We gotta do this outside. It's just too nice out. Hey, I'm Ben. I'm a huge fly fisherman, and in today's video, we're gonna go over some things that I find useful for fishing. I've done a few videos like this before. You might wanna check those out, but I did not review those other videos in preparation for this one. So if I repeat anything, it's probably worth hearing again. We don't need to drag the intro to this video out, so let's jump in. The first thing that you need for fly fishing is a nail knot tool. Raise your hand if you've been fly fishing less than about 10 years. None of you know how to tie a nail knot because every fly line you've ever owned came with welded loops to attach the fly line to the backing and your leader to the fly line, making nail knots obsolete. Go ahead and get yourself a nail knot tool right now because one day this is gonna happen to your welded loop. Or worse, it might just break. So now your loop is toast and you don't know how to attach your leader to your fly line. Now raise your hand again if that has happened to you and this was your solution. That is amateur hour. Get a nail knot tool, learn how to use it, and watch my video about how to add a butt section to the end of your fly line. All right, next thing you need for fly fishing, 20-pound tippet, or 25. This is mostly aimed at the trout weenies. Listen, ditch your 6X. Midges are dumb. Oh, you use bigger tippet with streamers? 4X? Get that out of here. Start carrying big boy tippet for your streamer fishing. Streamer junkies, you feel me on this one, right? Well, you're dorks too. Anyway, the point is, don't be afraid to fish obnoxiously thick tippets if you're streamer fishing. The fish is eating something this big. It doesn't care about your 20-pound tippet. Also, when you toss your fly into a tree, you'll have a better chance of getting it back with bigger tippet. Just remember that your fly line has a breaking strength of about 30 pounds. The next thing you should get is a boat to fish out of, or some kind of floating device or vessel. In my opinion, it will greatly improve your fly fishing experience. I know that not everyone can afford a boat or has somewhere to store it, or maybe you just like walk wading like a little bitch. I'm telling you, a boat makes everything better. You have access to more water, you can carry more beer, and you don't need a $100,000 Chitum or a fancy drift boat. You can use a canoe or a paddleboard if that works better for you. But please, don't be stupid and buy a float tube. Speaking of boats, if you spend a lot of time in boats, you should get the next item on our list. Bibs. I should have bought bibs 20 years ago. They're great. If you need to be waterproof and you're not walking in the water, bibs are way more comfortable than waders. I haven't even worn waders since March. Bibs and deck boots or bibs and muck boots are a fantastic combination. Bibs aren't for everyone, but if you're in boats a lot, trust me, get some bibs. And I'll just throw this out real quick. You can go to Grundéns.com and use code HUGE20 to save 20% on a pair of bibs. Okay, next one. This might seem a little weird, but I have had this item with me every day for the last 4 years or so, and I use it all the time. Electrical tape. It's just handy for all kinds of stuff. Mostly I use it for stripping guards on my fingers, but I've used it for all kinds of on-water repairs of who knows what. It doesn't have to be electrical tape, but tape of some kind can be useful in more ways than you might think. Okay, the next thing you need for fly fishing might seem obvious, but it gets forgotten about a lot. A fishing license. If you're an adult, most places that you fish are gonna require a fishing license, and you should feel good about buying one. Some of the revenue from your fishing license is gonna go right back to the resource that you're using. That could be stocking fish, providing a bathroom because gas station burrito, trail and sign maintenance, and paying the salaries of the people who are managing the resource that you are using. I fish with a lot of people in a lot of places, and it's kind of shocking how often people forget to buy a fishing license. Don't be that guy. All right, let's finish up with number 25 here. I've got a whole video on this one, but I'll touch on it again. If you want to be a fly fisherman or woman or zebra, you need your own brain. Be yourself. Most fly fishermen you meet are clones. They look like me, or if they're 10 years younger, they just have a mustache and no beard. They're wearing a Howler Brothers hat, a Sims jacket. They pulled up to the spot listening to Tyler Childers in their Tacoma that has a Yeti cooler in the back. You don't have to leave a comment telling me that's accurate. I know it is. You're all the same. Be different. You don't have to wear a hat with a fishing brand on it when you're going fishing. Fish can't read. You don't have to fish Deckers or Whitewater Bay like everyone else. You don't need to buy a moonshine rod just because you can't get away from their obnoxious marketing. You don't have to get a boat just because I said so. You want to walk in the river? Go for it. Do your thing. You don't need a pearl snap with hummingbirds on it to be a fly fisherman. And there we go. That's it for today. I hope you learned something, or maybe got a little laugh, or you shook your fist at the screen the whole time. That's fine too. At least you're feeling something. Thank you as always for watching another one of my huge fly fisherman videos. I will be back as soon as I can with another video about fly fishing for you. Until then, practice those nail knots and stay huge. You can put your hands down now. You're probably getting tired.